Now, what are you letting off? There you go. Boom. Go that way you go. We're good. We're good.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Yellow Vet 04 YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Dave. This is my 2004 C5 Corvette. Now if you're into Corvette content, especially C5 content, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Now today's video is not about my car. I'm taking a 2-hour drive to go see my buddy Scott over at Team 512. I'm going to leave a link down in the description to his YouTube channel. Now I really do enjoy doing these drive reviews on other people's cars. So if you're in the New Jersey area and you want your car to be featured on the channel, just reach out to me. Either leave a comment down below, hit me up on an email, hit me up on Instagram, whatever works for you, and we'll definitely go for a ride. So let's go jump in the car and let's go hang out with Scott for a little bit. Man, all these guys with these Cam C5s making me jealous. So for those not familiar with the C5 Corvette body styles, my car is known as the Target Top. It has the removable top, has the hatchback design with the tail, with the hatch that lifts up all the way. The Fixed Roof Coupe is based off of the convertible body style. So if you ever look at a convertible, I'll put a picture up here of a convertible C5. It's the same exact body style, but of course it's a fixed roof coupe. So all they did was weld and bond a roof onto the convertible body style, and by doing this they made the Fixed Roof Coupe, at the time it was the most rigid Corvette ever produced. Now I'm just going to hit a few highlights of the Fixed Roof Coupe. It was originally meant to be the budget Corvette, so this was going to be the cheapest one with very little options, but one thing that did come with the Fixed Roof Coupe is the Z51 package. So you get the C5 Z06 brakes, some suspension upgrades. I believe Scott also did replace the rotors with something new, so those aren't OE rotors, and he also painted his brake calipers. But other than that, those are like the standard things that came in the Fixed Roof Coupe. It also only came with a manual transmission to cut costs. No automatic was available, unlike mine, which does have the automatic. Alright, so as I was saying, with the Fixed Roof Coupe being very similar to the convertible, the hatch, the rear trunk lid area is the exact same as a convertible. Not a huge amount of space as compared to the Target Top, which, like I was saying, you get tons of space. Roof comes off, roof gets latched into these little things here, and that's how you secure the roof into your rear hatch area. So you are sacrificing a little bit on cargo space, but styling is obviously up to you. Some people prefer it, some people don't. All right, so Scott, other than the Catless X pipe, what else have you done to your FRC?
So let's start with engine mods. When I bought the car, most of the engine mods were already done to it. So it has a custom ground Lunati Cam. It has a black wing cold air intake, Texas Speed headers, Texas Speed Catless X pipe like you mentioned, and I also have a titanium exhaust from a Z06 on the car. Other than that, that's pretty much the only performance modifications that have been done. I've done some things to the exterior. If you follow my channel, you'll know that this car used to be blue. The previous owner put a blue spray wrap on this car, and it was a pain to get off. So if you want to watch that and check out what I had to do to get this car back to black, that was quite a bit of work. So we can jump into some other exterior mods. So I have the spoiler here, same one Dave has, so you've probably seen this on his channel. Once the car was black, I knew I wanted to go with a black and red theme. You'll see some of that on the interior as well. But did the red Corvette lettering on the exterior here. I also painted the calipers red. Got a video on that, so if you want to check that out. I put new rotors on. And also, you guys with Z06s and FRCs, this piece of plastic right here for one side is about $200. And they often crack, at least right here, maybe in a couple other places. So I replaced both of these. Yeah, I spent over 400 bucks replacing both sides here. I also replaced this strip here on both sides. They're about 100 bucks, so not too bad. And the good thing is all of this weather stripping was in great shape, because this weather stripping can get very, very expensive. All right, so in terms of the interior, quite a few things have been done here. I kind of like this idea of a stock plus or OEM plus type of interior, so I don't want to go too crazy with it. I suppose the craziest thing I've done was put these Corvo Evo X fixed back seats in here. Really made a big impact on the car. I've got a 3-part series on these seats as well, where you can see me unbox, install, and give quite a review on them. Also changed out the shift boot and shift knob, as well as the e-brake boot and e-brake handle with some new black leather with red stitching. Also did the steering wheel. I did a wrap on the steering wheel there. I sewed the entire thing on there. Again, there's another video on that one too. And over here on the airbag, I put the red letters in the Corvette logo. And of course, new mats I put in. So that's pretty much it for the entire car. I'm probably missing a few little things here and there, but yeah, that's my fixed roof coupe. See, I got you back.
That's it.
I did mention that there's a new monster clutch in this. I don't think I mentioned that.
I don't think you did mention that, no.
Yeah, so I installed a monster level 2 clutch in this. I can't believe I forgot about that. That was like the biggest. Yeah, it's a big project, right?
Yes.
And the transmission was also rebuilt by RKT down in Fredericksburg, Maryland, to level 2 as well. So the whole driveline, well, except for that rear, could probably handle about 600 horsepower. Which this thing is not.
Who tuned the car?
So the car was tuned by Complete Street in Westchester.
Okay. So you're saying this clutch is very expensive? And you're trusting me?
Yeah, you know.
The guy that only drove it's my 3rd time driving manual. 2nd time, Dan, I'm sure you're watching this, did not go too well. And Dan, I apologize for that, buddy.
Give her the onion. Perfect. Send it! Send it! We didn't go anywhere.
Got a little squirrely though. That's why I let off it. Not my car, so I don't want to put it into a ditch.
I appreciate that.
I figured you would.
That's what I like about you.
Now, since I just took a 2-hour drive in my car to get here, the seats, everyone always talks about the seats in the C5, how they're not supportive. They're kind of a little cushy, and I think they're kind of comfortable, but they're not good for spirited driving. They're not good for any type of real cornering. You slip and slide in the stock seats pretty easily. These Evos, these things hug you nice, man. I gotta admit.
You know, when I was shopping for seats, I was looking for something that was going to be easy to install. The width between the tunnel and the door is not very wide in a C5, so sometimes you got to do some modifications in order to get a larger seat to fit, and these bolted right in pretty easy, no problem. You know, another big thing about these seats is that you don't feel like you're climbing out of a bathtub when you're getting in and out like a full-on race seat, so that's nice. They're very daily drivable, so to speak, but they still offer some really, really good bolstering, particularly up in the shoulder area.
Oh, definitely, And then these are fixed back. You can't adjust the back at all.
Correct. These are fixed back, and you know, I was a little concerned about that, but once I got them installed in the car and got used to the seating position, it's really not that bad. One of the downsides, I would say, to this seat in particular is that there's not a lot of support under my thighs, and I'm not really sure if that's just because of the length of my legs or not. I'm planning on probably putting a couple spacers, a couple washers under the front bolts, so that I can, you know, lift the bottom of the seat up a little bit and get a little bit more support. But you know, in terms of look and feel, I mean, they feel like, you know, high-end seats. I think the whole setup was, I don't know, $1,000 bucks, $1,100 something like that for both seats and the rails. Now you will lose your power seats and your memory seats if you have them. But again, for me, I just put the seat in a position that's comfortable and I don't touch it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, you're tall enough that you don't need to benefit from the automatic, because you can set these cars to automatically go back.
Oh, right,
easy
right.
entry, easy exit.
Right, right.
But you're tall enough, your seat is far back enough where it doesn't impact you.
Yeah, good point. By the way, nice beard.
You too.
Thanks.
You can almost like take our heads off.
Swap heads.
Swap heads. Put them on different shoulders.
I don't know what the cam specs are. I have them at home. I know that it's a fairly aggressive cam. I'm not sure if I would have done this cam install. I probably would have went something a little milder than this.
Gotcha.
But,
I was gonna say, this definitely feels more aggressive than Dan's car with the 228R cam. I like the sound of the exhaust.
Do you?
This is Z06 titanium axle back.
Yeah, this is a Z06 titanium axle back. When I first got the car, it had the Billy Boat bullets on it, and it was loud. I mean, headers, X-pipe no cats, cammed with the Billy Boats. It sounded awesome. The volume level though was just, it was yeah, it was pretty loud. You know, quite a bit of drone, and you know, my wife just had a lot of trouble riding in this car on long trips. I mean, she actually wore earplugs a couple times.
I got you.
And so I went with something a little less aggressive. I like the sound of the tie. I just think it's a little too quiet.
I like it. You hear a little bit of the burbles in it. Maybe just because I'm not shifting as good as you would be.
Yeah, no,
but
it's good.
Definitely hear the burbles in it. And maybe you did mention it, but what headers and X-pipe is this?
Yeah, so Texas Speed headers, Texas Speed X-pipe.
You remember what numbers you put down?
So 376 horsepower, I believe, and 378 foot-pounds of torque. You know, the previous owner did the work of the car, so I'm not really sure how it was tuned. I didn't get to ask questions about how it was tuned. I know it smells like it runs a little rich.
It definitely smells like it runs a little rich.
I mean, you're gonna get out smelling like you've been driving a race car.
Oh yeah.
Which sometimes is cool, right?
I smelled it the entire time. We got the windows down. It's like you shouldn't be smelling it, but you do.
It's pretty bad. So I don't know if that has something to do with the tune, or maybe you guys can comment below, other guys that have a cam car without cats. Let us know. I mean, I'd be interested to know whether you've got the same kind of hydrocarbon, raw kind of gas smell when you get out of the car or during the drive. So I'm interested to know, in terms of like handling on this car, being that it is a fixed roof coupe, they were a bit stiffer than the standard coupe. Are you feeling any of that compared to your car on these roads? I mean, we're in some pretty twisty roads, pretty bumpy roads. What's it feeling like to you?
With a truck that almost hit his head on?
With a truck that almost hit his head on.
I feel a little bit more rigidity in the frame. I'm not going to say it's mind-blowing, but and it could also just be other things too. But I mean, because you got wider tires than I do. Right. But it definitely does feel a little more planted, a little less body roll.
Yeah. Okay.
You have any upgraded sway bars or shocks in this?
No, just the
Z51 package.
Just the Z51 package. Yep. In terms of like having the fixed roof as opposed to the target top, you feel anything different sitting in the car?
I was actually just about to mention that. I mean, I like the fact that I can remove the top of mine. But the one thing that I thought would be the case in this, but is not the case, is your blind spot. I thought with the bigger B pillar there, I thought you would have more of a blind spot. I mean, granted, we're not like in traffic, but it doesn't look like there would be much of a blind spot.
Yeah.
Because I know, with the target top,
right,
you have a huge rear window, so there is virtually no blind spot in that car at all.
things that struck me when I first drove this. This was actually the first Corvette I had ever driven, and the seating position, the visibility out the window. I mean, you know, you guys know that have C5s or any type of Corvette, at least a modern Corvette. It's just a great seating position. It's a great cockpit. It's a great place to spend some time. You know, visibility is really good, and yeah, it's cool to hear that also crosses over from a fixed roof coupe / Z06 and the standard coupe.
Yeah. You know what? I think one thing that we forgot to cover in this: what year fixed roof coupe is this? Because I know the fixed roof coupe was only available for 2 years.
Yeah.
A '99 and a 2000.
That's right.
And
yeah.
then it later became, the same body style became the Z06, which started in 2001.
That's right.
But this car had the stock LS1 in it.
99.
So this is a 99.
It is a 99, yeah. They made a little over 4,000 of these in 99. And then in 2000, they made about 2,000, a little over 2,000. So
Gotcha.
There's probably 6,100 of these things that were out there at some point. But of course, you know, it's a popular platform to turn into a track car.
Yeah. Yeah, being that it is so rigid, and it doesn't take many modifications to really get this car to where a Z06 is. And then I know one other thing that was not available early in the 99s, but became available later on, and then I think it was also available in the 2000s, at least as an option. Not a standard equipment, but as an option, is the heads-up display.
Yeah.
Which you do not have in this. So
I don't have it, no.
Either they just didn't pick up the option, or it was an earlier production one that it wasn't even an option.
Yeah, you know, originally with the fixed roof coupe, the sales of the C4 were starting to wane. You know, that body style was getting a little long in the tooth, and there were thoughts from GM that they might actually get rid of the Corvette, right? And so one of the genius plans somebody had within the Corvette team was, hey, let's make a budget Corvette, right? And we'll nickname it Billy Bob, right? I don't know if you know that, but that was the nickname for the fixed roof coupe.
I did not, no.
Because it was like the everyday Corvette, so that it could be more accessible to more people.
Yep.
So they went down this road of designing this fixed roof coupe, and one of the higher up executives at GM said, there's no way you're gonna do this to the Corvette brand, right? So what they found out through their testing was, like you said, it's a stiffer chassis, and so they started throwing some of the performance suspension parts at it and decided to kind of make it a stripped down you know, track car version of the Corvette, and then that's how they kind of marketed the fixed roof coupe. So it moved away from here's the cheap Corvette, we're going to sell this stripper model so that more people can afford it, to, hey, let's position this as a stripped down track model.
Yeah.
Right out of the box, you're ready to go to the racetrack. So I thought that was an interesting twist that they put on this car.
Gotcha. And it's still cheaper than getting into a base model.
It is, and you know,
Not by much, but
that's right. And I did an analysis on another video that you can see that's on my channel. Is I looked at the cost of this car in 1999 and compared it to, like, I think a 2016 or 2017 Z51 Stingray, and you know, dollar for dollar, it's almost about the same. You know, for like a 1LT Stingray, a new 1LT Stingray, compared to what this car was new, they compared to each other very well, almost dollar for dollar.
gotcha.
Clutch in.
My bad. Forgot about that part.
And here we sit. We're like here. We're like halfway in my driveway. Let's do it. Come on.
Man, I'm not thinking. You got me not thinking.
Don't think, just do.
I know. Well, you know, when you're not used. What happened here?
What did you do? Break my car?
It popped out.
That's from this thing jerking so violently. Let the clutch out till you start feeling it grab, and feed it throttle. Whoa, you're gonna knock my bush down like that. You're good. There you go. Hi.
Minutes later. Fucking A, man. What the fuck, bro?
Feed it.
I wasn't feeding it enough, I guess.
No, you didn't feed it enough. But we made it another foot.
Now we're like 2/3 of the way in the driveway. Jackass.
Feet not. What are you letting off? There you go. Boom. Go that way. You go. We're good. We're good. We're good. Just please put that in the video. Please put that in the video. Let's go check out my car and see if I still have some of it left.
See if you have a right rocker panel.
Yeah,
still in the car.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Come on, you guys got to come with us. All right, so let's see.
I think that's not enough. Done. We good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. This is just your blue paint.
Yeah. No, that was there. Don't worry, that was there.
Yeah. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. It was just a quick drive with Scott's 99 FRC. If you haven't checked out his channel, do so. Obviously, you see here he's got the 99. What you didn't see behind those garage doors is a C7 Grand Sport. Tune into the next video because we'll be taking that one for a drive. And obviously check out his channel to check out more Corvette content, especially C5 content and C7 content. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.